Hey, this is Brian from the Fab Lab. I got Drew's basket making challenge, and I wanted to submit my basket. And yeah, I did a very similar style that he did. I just used different materials, and some of it I gathered outside, and the rest I found at home. And the style can be done with just about anything. So here's my submission. So for this one, we are going to gather a few sticks, pencil thickness and flexible. A lot of these cottonwood saplings would be really nice, and they also have nice cottonwood buds on them getting started too, so we can collect a few of those. And I want something tough to tie the base of this basket together, so I think I'm going to use strips of these old leather pants. Okay, so I cut a strip of leather, wrapped it around, all 8 of them. It's not going to be pretty at first, but it'll come together. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these strips, and I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to put it around one of these and then pull it tight down onto the bottom of it, and we'll start our weaving process, and I'll show you how that works. Okay, so here we have the start of it, and we have the 2 ends coming out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the end that's in back, and I'm going to put it over top of the front weaver, and it's going to go behind the next rib and back through. And so once you got that, it'll look like this. It'll be going over the front weaver, around, behind, and through the next rib. So when we take this next one, we do the same thing. We go through that rib, over top of the next weaver, and then behind and through the next rib. And so as you're doing this, and you always want to pull it tight, and as you're doing this, it's going to start spreading the ribs out. So you just keep doing the same thing with this. I'll take this weaver since it's behind, and it's the next one. I go over and through and around the next rib and pull it tight. And then I'll do the same thing over and around the next rib and pull it tight. And whenever you need to add a new weaver, you'll get to the end, you can just lay in another strip next to this or on top of it so it overlaps a little, and just keep weaving it right into the next one. Alright, so we got this started with the leather strips, and now I am going to use a little bit of rope just to show how you can use string for this process also. I just folded my rope over, and I'm going to start doing that same twist, weave, and I can bend these limbs up as I'm doing it too to start making it go up. So I also want to point out that this is a similar style to Drew's basket. It just started off a little differently and uses a little different materials, but it has the same concepts. Okay, now we got our basic basket, and we want to close it off, and we will just fold the ribs, the wood, and we'll start weaving them down into each other. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so with this, we're just going to want to take one of our ribs, bend it down in front of the rib next to it, and behind the rib after that, and then we'll keep working around the basket, taking ribs and putting them behind or in front of the rib to the right of them and behind the rib after that. So once you work all the way around, all the ribs should be woven into each other. And here we have our cute little basket, trimmed up the ends a little bit, and it was just some recycled rope and strips of leather pants, but they can be done with just about anything. The ribs were the cottonwood, and I just trimmed them off. You could snip them with snips. I just carved them off with a knife real quick. But yeah, nice solid little basket. And I just wanted to say this is a traditional style of basket that can be done with a lot of different materials. Again, you could do them with spruce roots or birch bark or willow branches, or you could do that same weaving with just rope to make bags and different things. So it's a pretty useful skill. And yeah, so that was my basket making challenge. Yeah, thanks Drew for putting it on.